So I grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s, and what's interesting about that is the friends that I made growing up were not strictly based on where I was going to school or who was, kind of family friends. I was able to, after getting introduced to the world of online games through my older cousin, I was able to make friends from all over the world since I was, 11 years old. And what's really interesting about that is just how dynamic of a field you can get in your friend group. I remember one of the things that was prevalent growing up was, well, everyone online is an axe killer. They're not real people, to the point where some of the oldest friends that I had made from the time I was 14 years old, I was going to try and visit them in person for the first time, and my mom saying, "You cannot go, you will die, and I will kill you for it." And I was very defiant at the time. And I was like, I know these guys, we've talked for years, I trust them. And she's like, "You can go if you take a friend to get killed with you." And what's magical about that is this friendship that started purely online over the years, fostering and growing together. He was one of the best men at my wedding. And just this past September, I went to his wedding too. And we're still great friends to this day. And I think that's something that's very unique to sort of my generation, the younger generations that have access to make friends from all over, not just their little town or where they might go to school. But there's another side to that, which is when you make a friend and then you don't see them anymore. They don't log in anymore. They don't respond to any messages. And usually it's, oh, maybe they just moved on. Oh, maybe they forgot their password and, they don't know how to reach you anymore. And it's very rare when something like that happens where you actually get some information as to what happened that made them leave your friend circle. There was a time a few years ago where a good friend of ours suddenly disappeared, and we didn't know what was going on. And after a couple of days of wondering, we actually heard from one of their family members. One of the friends that we would do stuff with all the time was actually born with a pretty severe heart condition. And one weekend, it just acted up and he lost his life very, very suddenly. And even though I'd never met this person physically, didn't talk to them face to face, just knowing that I would never have that opportunity to speak with them again still hurt a lot. And it's, and it just makes me remember to be grateful for the time that you have with those that you have around you, whether they're in the same room with you or you're just seeing a name saying, "What's up, how you doing?" Thank you.